this session of our ZIPINAR. We call it ZIPINAR because we want to zip in as much of information and understanding that we have to create a new community, an informed community, empowered community in this 1 hour that we ask you to spend with us. We have two speakers with two very in thing, if you can say, the topic which we try to bring in new topics and the topics which are interesting for the people right now working, not working, trying to do a job in business. So yes, this is our motive, but if you have any other idea, we will definitely welcome it. So please email us with your ideas, your feedback, comments by going to our website. You can do that, or you can email us at webinar@letustalkit.com. We come every Wednesday with professional webinars, and every other Fridays and Saturdays with our youth webinars. We have two groups, younger youth group and older youth group. We are trying to reach out to as many youth we can, but if you have any other ways to reaching out, please share your comments and feedback also. And having said that, we have two topics. The first topic we have is leveraging the power of social media to build a reputable brand. And I think this is the in thing for a long time, and it's right now the most important thing that we can think of to leverage social media. And to talk on that topic, we have Victoria Adano Dama, and she is definitely multi-talented, vibrant, a personal branding consultant, but she's also certified persona, branding expert, public speaker, and also she is the founder of Leadway Branding Academy, an online school where she trains coaches and polishes individuals, business owners, and thought leaders on how to build a reputable and profitable brand. She's also the president of Brand Builders, an African global community to raise global and highly sought after brands for global relevance. So more about the personal achievements, which we will definitely hear from Victoria. But what I loved about her is her passion and her way of communication. There are speakers have been doing this for last almost 3 years. And when speakers are so prompt in their responses, we know that this leader is a leader who walks the talk. So yes, she has been an exciting person to work with till the point we reached here that she's ready to give the webinar. But and her core values, she says, is integrity, excellence, and impact. And I'm pretty sure that this webinar will be impactful. Thanks a lot, Victoria, from joining from Nigeria. Victoria, over to you. Victoria, we can't hear you. Can you unmute, please?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes, perfect.
All right. Thank you very much, Janho, for that opportunity. I'm super excited to be here and also to share from my wealth of knowledge with vibrant and amazing personalities all over the globe about how to leverage social media platforms for building a reputable brand. My name is Victoria Adano. I'm a seasoned personal branding strategist who has been helping people, especially individuals, business owners, and career professionals to build a reputable and a profitable brand for global visibility, influence, and income. Over the year, building my brand has actually helped me to gain more recognition. I think I was awarded a personal brand of the year last year due to my impact and also transformation in the life of individuals all over the globe. I also want to say thank you so much to Let's Talk It community for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I believe it's going to be a value pack time spent with you all. I believe you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, all right,
Perfect.
all right. So I will be going straight to the topic for today. But before I go into that particular topic, we all know that we are in a fast-based world, and we are in a technological world where everything is actually moving in a very fast pace. And that is why I thought about sharing this particular interesting topic with us, which is leveraging social media platforms for building a reputable brand. But before I go into details, I want to share with us what is personal branding. All right. I want to share with us what is personal branding. Now, let me talk about personal branding a little. Personal branding is all about you building the right perception. It's all about you bringing your unique game to the table. Now, let's talk about big brands like Coca-Cola, like Nike, like Gucci, and what have you. These sought-after brands, they have built their brands over time. They've built brand loyalty. They've been known. They've been liked, and they've been trusted globally. All right. Now, every individual that has been created by God has a what? A personal brand in them. All right. They have a personal brand in them. Now, personal branding is all about you bringing your unique abilities to the table. Bringing your unique abilities to the table. For instance, about personal branding strategies, right? Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry about that. So, about personal branding strategies, over time, I've been helping individuals, business owners, and career professionals to build brands in the area of their what and their niche. Your niche is your area of expertise where you want people to know you, people to like you, and people to trust you. Just like you being a gym instructor, being a hairstylist, being an ICT instructor, or what have you, you can build a brand around that niche so people can know you, just like other big brands that I mentioned, like Coca-Cola. People can know you, people can like you, and people can trust you. That is what personal branding does for you. Personal branding helps you become known in the global market. It helps you to be trusted, just like we have celebrities, we have footballers, we have movie makers. That is what personal branding is all about. You being known like Messi, like Ronaldo, in the area of your expertise, solving a particular problem. Are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes. You want
I
to
hope
drink
I'm
some
not.
water?
Yeah, let me get a little water.
Sure, absolutely. We are here about personal branding and personal health as well. So,
Oh, all right. Thank you. I hope you can hear me clearly.
yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So, like I was saying, personal branding is all about humanity. It's all about you bringing your unique abilities to the table for people to like you, people to trust you, and people to know you, which is called the KLT factor. Over time, as a coach, I've helped a lot of people build a brand around what they know. For instance, if you're a teacher, I can teach you how to build a brand around teaching so you can solve a particular problem that is meeting the needs of people in the area of your expertise. Now, gone are the days when social media is just for posting, for commenting, for gisting with people. These days, social media is a powerful tool. Is a key that can lead to success if you maximize it positively. For instance, for building your own brand. All right. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Hello? You're with me?
Yes, absolutely.
So as an individual, you can build a brand around what you know. For instance, look, I talked about being a teacher. You can build a brand around that area, leveraging on social media platform. You can be a cook, you can be a chef, you can build a brand around your niche in leveraging social media platforms to solve a particular problem. For instance, I'm a personal branding strategist. I'm a coach. I help people in that area. So that is to say, I am solving a particular problem for people. Now, when you come to me that you're confused about how to bring your A game to the table. For instance, you're a business owner, you have a business somewhere, you have a franchise, you want to gain visibility, you want people to know you, you want to tell your brand story to the world. You can come to me as a brand strategist. I will give you some working strategy that will help you meet your required target audience. All right. So a lot of people don't really know about personal branding, but I can tell you that people are really tapping from personal branding these days if you know how to go about it. Like I said, what is personal branding? It's all about building the right perception. When people like you, trust you, and know you, they can buy from you. It's that easy. Now, the reason why you can buy pizza from a recognized restaurant or a place is because you know them. Over time, these people have delivered value for their money. They have built a brand loyalty, credibility that you can actually buy from. All right. So what are the reasons why we build personal branding? Number one, we build personal branding for for recognition. We build personal branding for networking. You can network and connect with people all over the world, especially with the use of platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually the new way right now. Is the new way right now. Is the new wine. All right. Now let's talk it. Saw me on LinkedIn and they sent me a message why I was leveraging the power of social media, and that made me visible to them. And they actually requested that I come honor this webinar today. So that is what social media does to you. It makes you visible to a larger audience. It connects you to people. All right. That's the importance of building a personal brand. Now, people have known me on LinkedIn that this is what I do. Now, I am coming to dish out value based on my niche, based on my expertise. That is personal branding. Because over time, I've been able to build a name for myself. Now, when you hear my name, Victoria Adanodama, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you hear my name? Somebody answer me. What comes to your mind when you hear my name? Are you with me?
A coach.
What comes to your mind when you hear my name? Yeah, what comes to your mind when you hear my name?
Coach, a business coach.
Okay, a business coach. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I've been able to build a brand. I've been able to build it in the mind of people that whenever they hear my name, Victoria Adanodama, the first thing that comes to their mind is a personal branding strategist. That is what I do. That is the solution I bring. That is the value I bring to the table. That is what personal branding helps you do. When you hear the name Ronaldo, what comes to your mind? When you hear the name Ronaldo, Messi, what comes to your mind?
GOAT, greatest of all times.
What comes to your mind? Football.
Yeah, football.
Right? Football. When you hear the name Messi, Ronaldo, what comes to your mind? Football. All right. So that is what personal branding does to you. It makes you become an authentic person in the area of your niche. Okay, so now social media is just there. Nobody is leveraging social media to build their personal brand. But if you can actually make yourself more visible to build credibility around the area of your niche, I'm telling you, people are going to know you, people are going to like you, and people are going to buy from you. So one of the ways you can actually leverage social media for building your personal brand is, one, you must have a social media strategy. You must have a social media strategy. Okay, I call it the SMS. Okay, the SMS, social media strategy. You must understand how to navigate your way in the social media platforms. For instance, Facebook. You can leverage Facebook. You can get to connect with people. You can improve your search engine ranking. You can improve sales. You can get large customers to come buy from you if you're a business owner. But if you're an individual, you can get to connect with your target audience. You can get to connect with your target audience, because if you're building a brand, you're not sent to everybody. Everybody is not your customer. Everybody is not your client. Everybody is not your prospect. And that is why you need to have a target audience, the particular people you have been sent to. Okay. Now, number two, you must find your brand voice. Your brand voice is how you effectively communicate your brand values and propositions to your audience. What do you want to be known for? How consistent are you with your brand voice, your brand style, your brand statement, your brand tagline? How do you effectively communicate these brand messages to your target audience? For instance, when you check my social media platforms, there's something that is common. I have a brand message, something that is common. Okay, the way I post, the way I put my content out there is different from the way any other person will put out their content. That is what your brand style, that is what your brand message, how you are able to communicate them to your target audience. All right. Number 3, one of the ways you can leverage social media platform is what when you improve your communication with your audience. Social media is not just a platform where you go, you sell to people, you're always there posting content that are not relevant. This is a place for you to build what? Good relationship with people, because from this particular people you can get target audience, you can get prospect, you can build your brand, you can share your brand story with this particular people. And I'm telling you, over time, people will get to know you, people will get to like you, and people will get to trust you. Like, for instance, now I'm super excited. I was given the opportunity to be here with you all to share from my words of knowledge. Personal branding has helped me over the years. When I came into the limelight, nobody knew about me. Nobody knows what I do. Everybody was just there looking at me. But when I built a personal brand about myself, telling the world, this is who I am, this is what I represent, this is what I stand for, that is when people begin to know me as a personal branding strategist, because I have proved to them that I can deliver in this particular area. So the world at large has actually grown so fast that you cannot be limited by social media. You can go beyond that. You can leverage LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually a place where you can build your personal brand so that what top personalities, high profile people can get to see you. You can get to sell whatever that you have, your product, you can sell your knowledge, you can sell whatever that you want to sell in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just the best place for you to leverage right now, because according to research, LinkedIn is just the future. A lot of people have gotten job. Why? Because they position themselves on LinkedIn as experts. They position themselves as personal brands. All right. Now, you don't need a brand ambassador to help you market what you sell if you're a business owner. When you build your personal brand, when people know you for a particular thing, when people trust you, when people like you, you become what? The brand ambassador of your company. You become the brand ambassador of your business, because what? People, you have been able to build integrity over time. Integrity is important. Like I said, for one of my core value, integrity is important. How do you build integrity? You can build integrity by being real to yourself, by being authentic for what you stand for and what you represent. So it's very important that you know that personal branding is here to stay. All right, personal branding is here to stay. It's not just something that we can actually overlook. The world is growing, things are changing, and personal branding is just the way forward for us to become globally known. Okay, if you want to become a celebrity, it's very easy for you to become a celebrity. Just build a brand about what you are known for, what you stand for. If you're an individual, you have a knowledge, you can sell your knowledge, you can convert your knowledge into courses. For instance, you're an ICT guru, you can convert your ICT knowledge into an ebook and sell to people. That is personal branding, because you are solving a particular problem. If you are a teacher, you can teach people how to become great in life, or what have you. If you're a public speaker, you can build a brand around public speaking by teaching people how to boost their self-confidence and also do away with mediocrity. All right. So there is no area of life that personal branding doesn't cover. But how do you leverage social media platform? Just like I said, you must develop the SMS strategy, which is social media strategy. You must know how to navigate your way on social media, how to use the social media platforms to get to your target audience, to reach out to people, to share your brand story. There's one thing I love about personal branding. Personal branding helps you to become real to yourself. You're real to yourself. You're real to the world. You are your authentic self. You don't need to fake it to be somebody. You just need to be your original self. The reason why we can take Coca-Cola every time is because over time, we have trusted Coca-Cola brand because they've been giving value, they've been solving problem, and they've satisfied us with their products. All right. That is what personal branding does. When people like you, when people trust you, when people know you, they can be able to buy from you. If you're a career professional, just like I mentioned, you can leverage LinkedIn. All right. You can leverage LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn to promote yourself. You can use LinkedIn to promote your position, yourself, your what have you that you do. You can also use LinkedIn to promote your business, to promote your career. You can strategically position yourself for the right people to see you, people who are interested in what you do. Okay, so personal branding is very, very important. I talked about finding your voice. Then number 3, talked about building visibility. Of course, if you want to be known globally, you need to build a personal brand. It's either with your name or with your business. Whichever way you want to build your brand, let it be that people know you for the right thing. Let it be that people know you for giving out value, for dishing out value. If you're a career professional, you want people, maybe for instance, you're a nurse, you want to build a brand around your nursing career, you can leverage LinkedIn. You can leverage the use of LinkedIn to promote your career. You can teach other upcoming nurses how to build a brand, how to use social media to promote their careers, how to share content, how to share their brand story, and how to connect to their target audience. All right. So number 4, if you're a business owner, social media will help you get to a larger audience. Just like on Instagram, you can get to connect with your prospects, your clients. You can get to connect with a large audience following you. They over time, they will start to buy from you when they have known you. All right. So if you don't have a personal brand, I'm telling you, if you don't have a personal brand, you will struggle on the online space, because we are in a world that is filled with so many competition. Now, personal branding can actually shift you from a red ocean filled with so many competition and to a blue ocean which is filled with so many opportunities. Now, what a personal branding does is that it gives you the opportunity, it gives you the privilege, it gives you the platform, it gives you the chance to build a brand around who you are and what you represent, around your business. I know we have a lot of business owners around. I know we have a lot of I have a lot of individuals who are very good in their various careers. Now you can build a brand around that and leverage the social media platforms with it. If you have a knowledge on how to do a particular stuff, maybe you can write, you're a content creator, you're a ghostwriter, you can build a brand around that area in the form of a course. You can make it a course, you can make it an ebook and sell to people. You can convert that knowledge into a training, just like the way I train people on how to build a brand. I certify them. You can build a brand around that area. And how did I build my brand? I use social media. I always share content to people. I share content in the area of my niche, which is personal branding. I teach people how to build a brand around them, and over time they've come to like me, they've come to trust me, and they want to buy from me. So you can see that personal branding is very sweet, it's very interesting when you know how to go about it and how to do it. So leveraging social media right now is the most powerful thing on earth. When you leverage social media, just like they said, data is life, data is life, data is life. When you have data, you can connect to people just like the way I'm connecting to people all over the world. You can hear my voice. Why? That is because I have built a brand for myself over the years. As a career professional, you can also build a brand around your niche, around what you study. As a business owner, if you have a business online, you have a business offline, you can build a personal brand around that area and serve humanity with it. If you're an individual, you have a knowledge, you have something you know that you think you can share with the world, just like I'm sharing with you right now, you can build a personal brand around it. And it's very simple to build a personal brand around it. Just be your authentic self. Just share your brand story with people. Tell the world what you know and what you represent. Tell them about your brand message, what you have for them. And from there, they'll begin to like you, they'll begin to know you, and they'll begin to to trust you. Nobody wants to buy from a brand that is not known. Nobody wants to connect with people that are not real. So in whatever you do, be real to yourself, be authentic to yourself, learn to connect with people based on how you feel you want them to feel. So personal branding is life. Personal branding is everything. Personal branding is all about humanity. It's all about you bringing your A game to the table and serving humanity with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really very full pack of information that you have shared. I totally agree. Like people tend to hesitate if they do not know the brand, or they do not know, like they question more compared to if you are already known, like there's no question asked. Like I know what they do, and then they do what is best, something like that. So
Yes. Yeah.
all right, so now we are
So
open for questions. If you wish to ask Victoria or share your insight, feel free to raise your hand or open your microphone.
Victoria, hi, Manu here. I have one
Hi.
question. If regarding
Okay.
to how the TED Talks, what are the different kind of marketing strategies they use, and how we can promote latest rocket in that dimension? If you can help us guide through that.
Okay, if I can get you correctly, you say what are the different social media strategies we can use? All right.
No.
Did
Yes.
I get your question?
Like TEDx, TED Talks. Like TED
TEDx?
Talk. Yeah, TEDx, TED Talks, and all
Yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah, TEDx is a very
yeah. Similarly,
okay.
if we want to
Okay.
promote, latest rocket, what do you suggest? How should we go about it?
If you want to promote what?
The latest rocket, the platform which we are right now.
Okay, if you want to promote the latest topic.
Latest rocket, yeah. In the similar fashion,
okay,
like TED Talks.
Okay, TEDx.
Yes.
Okay, if I can get you correctly, TEDx is actually a platform given to individuals who wants to share their story with the world, who wants to become public speakers, they want to share their stories, their brand stories with the world. So now TEDx is a very big platform for you to build your brand. Just like I've volunteered for TEDx, I've been part of their journeys, like when they have a program like a public speaking program, we volunteer to share this information globally with people all over the world, so they can see, they can connect to this particular program. And I can assure you that if you want to be part of the TEDx, it's very, very easy, because there's a platform you will register with. They will train you on how to become a TEDx speaker, how to become a TEDx organizer. This way, these are strategies you can actually get to build your personal brand and also leverage social media as a sought after brand and also an expert in the area of your niche. Apart from TEDx, there are other opportunities, there are other strategies you can use in sharing this particular topic or your topic or whatever that you do. Just like I mentioned, LinkedIn is the way forward right now. With LinkedIn, with the power of LinkedIn, there is no height that you cannot attain. It's one of the biggest strategy you have to sell yourself out, to pitch yourself, to connect to people, and also get to that top that you also always envisage to get to. But TEDx is a platform that you can actually use to build your brand. If you want to be known globally, if you want to be known, like, and trusted, just like I mentioned, the KLT factor, you can use TEDx. And there's a registration that is ongoing right now for people who want to be part of the TEDx platform, who wants to become public speakers, who wants to become sought after public speakers, who want to become TEDx organizers. There's a platform for that gives you the visibility that you need.
Thank you, Victoria.
All right. Thank you so much for that question. Any other question?
Yes, anyone would like to ask or
So Victoria, very nice topic, very energetic, and
Yeah,
a lot
thank
of
you.
insights, especially from LinkedIn. how LinkedIn can be leveraged. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Victoria, for your insights.
Thank you
we
so
will
much.
definitely talk more.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so for further questions or collaborations, you can put it on the chat box, or you can communicate with Victoria offline. As she mentioned, through LinkedIn. You can search her name and you can message her there, and then you can get in touch with her. All right. So I haven't seen anything yet with raising their hands or sending their questions. So we'll move forward to the next topic for the day. And then if any other questions, you can just put it on chat for Victoria to address. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Perfect. So for the next topic today, which will be titled Driving Business Growth with IoT Analytics. So most of like what we're using right now is internet. Like internet is everywhere, and it affects different lives. And also there are businesses that don't even have inventories, but they grow their business really large just because of internet. Now, here with us, Arun Kumar Nair, which is a Google Cloud professional, architect, and tech head at Canspirit.ai. He has a 20 plus years of professional experience in technologies like cloud, AI, DLML analytics, and he is Cloud Era certified administrator for Apache, Hadoop, and Google Cloud certified professional cloud architect, and will be walking through us on how the IoT can enhance customer experiences and drive business growth. Over to you, Arun Kumar.
Thank you, Phil, for the wonderful introduction. And also, Victoria has already set the pace for the talk. She did a marvelous job of, telling us how LinkedIn and personal branding need to be leveraged. So thank you. And, we take it from where she left. We are talking a little bit about technology. So how do we drive business growth using IoT and analytics? These are the technologies that are disrupting today. So first, thank the Let's Talk It team, Julan, Srini, Vamsi, Phil, Zon. This is my second session here with you guys. And you all have created a great platform with a lot of focus and dedication. And you all are doing a great job in spreading the knowledge for social good. Thank you. So, friends, here, while we all have been grappling with the global problems in the last 2 years, and when things appear to be subsiding, we suddenly have the Omicron coming in. So this is going to be a constant, looks like, and we have to live with it bravely. And because of the way things got shut down, there has been an acceleration towards digital technology. People are trying to get digital, and that whole process has got accelerated. So what we are looking at is, how we can use this technology to benefit us. That is the objective. So at any point, if any one of you have any questions or want to share some thoughts, feel free to do that. So here, when we look at business today, we want to build a data-driven business because it is more easier to manage data and measure. And when you have the numbers in front of you, you can actually allocate the resources to do it. So what we see here is, whether it is machines or whether it is going to be text data or any kind of data that is getting generated, there are possibilities to look at patterns in those data. Even if you look at the way COVID was managed, it was all driven by data. The moment you see the number of people who are getting infected, and how many people are getting infected, what is the capacity of the hospitals that we have, can they take the load? So these numbers actually help us to manage the situation. So with IoT, you get even closer to managing data and managing business in a much better way. For example, let's look at the COVID scenario, which was very recent, and we all know it happened recently. There were many places across the world where there was a shortage of hospitals, there was a shortage of oxygen, and in some places there was surplus of hospital beds. Some places there was surplus of oxygen beds. The only way we could have managed this is if we had a real-time data with us, and we knew where there was a shortage and how move these resources to those locations. So a lot of technologies or a lot of products will start coming into the market with these small sensors that help us manage the business better. So here, what you see in the slides are pre-processing, data extraction, dimensionality reduction. All of these are simple concepts which, as businessmen, if you have a knowledge of it, you can implement it into your business with a lot of creativity. So at a high level, we already have the 5G, which is being introduced in the telecom space, and 5G is again going to accelerate data, the spread of data. So what we can see here is right from health to products, entertainment, fitness, mobility, drones, Industry 4.0, all of these things will get interconnected with each other, and there will be a movement that may happen towards automation, which is already taking place, and that will the companies that are highly automated, that are able to subscribe to data and get insights from the data, will be the ones who will be able to manage the business very well. A simple example that we can look at is today Uber. Uber today has become one of the world's largest car rental companies, and this car rental company incidentally doesn't own a single car, and there were big giants, giant car rental companies like Avis and Hertz. Now these giant car rental companies got displaced because Uber was able to use technology and bring in more value to the customer. So that is the kind of disruption that we are seeing. So instead of being staying away from technology, let us embrace and implement it for the better good of the society. That is how we should look at. So some key things which I wanted to share with regards to technology is that there are key layers. One is the end layer, where the pre-processed data is implemented. The end layer is where, for example, is the location where the machines are kept, the sensors are kept. For example, you can think of an end layer as in an oil rig. The oil rigs which are in far off places, and those oil rigs need to be monitored continuously, or it could be a mining it could be a mine where we have vehicles and staff, and also a lot of equipments that need to be managed. The safety needs to be managed. So it is generally very difficult to have continuous monitoring because of the harsh conditions in which those businesses operate. So if you keep sensors, proximity sensors, poisonous gas sensors, heat sensors, a lot of different types of sensors that would make life of the workers easy over there. And because these devices are very small, and there could be problems of network connectivity over there, that end layer is where very small models or very small amount of data can be stored. So from the end layer, we will generally try to bring the data to an edge layer where the gateway is kept. The gateway is a place from where you will start pushing the data towards a database or towards the cloud, which you can see here. So cloud is you all may be familiar now. We have the Google Cloud, the AWS Cloud, and also we have the Microsoft Azure Cloud. So cloud is like a data center which is virtual. And if you need some machines or you need computing power, you can hire those computing power from these companies, and you only pay for the amount you use. So these clouds have higher computing power, and whatever data that is generated in the oil rigs, you could push it to this cloud and get insights from that. So you'll have many layers of data and technology that will be running, complementing each other. So that is the architecture which we have. There are many devices that are there. One of the very popular device is the Tensorflow, which is from Google, and which is a deep learning device. So you can see the size of the device. It's like a mini computer, which you can put it in your pocket, or you can put it in a oil rig or in a house, and you could do a lot of things using this mini computer. And you could also run many AI programs on this computer. So these are various small chips and devices that are coming into the market that is going to accelerate the way technology is going to implement, the way societies are going to be built. So here, we have some examples. So some of the examples that where this AI systems will be used are like for image classification, for object tracking, semantic testing. So there are situations where this could be used for monitoring or for unethical purposes. But I see that there are many social good where these technologies can be implemented, especially when you need to monitor the health of senior citizens, you need to track children, you need to protect women, you need to prevent crime. So wherever there is a certain wrongdoing that is happening with technology, I think there are at least 100 more cases about the good users of this technology. So here what you can see on my screen is the edge intelligence. So far we had a lot of technology being implemented in the cloud. Today they will be wanting this technology to be implemented closer to where the action is. For example, suppose you are in an ATM center where you're trying to withdraw some cash as a customer, and just imagine there is a theft or a robbery happening at that point of time. You want the CCTV camera over there to detect this commotion that is happening, and that CCTV camera should immediately send out a alert or call the nearest police department. So those are the kind of implementations you will see. Another implementation could be there are CCTV cameras on the road, and if there is an accident, this CCTV cameras should be in a position to dial the ambulance and the police department automatically. So you can see here when you are going to take intelligence closer to the machines or closer to people, a lot of changes will start coming in. And we hope with this technology, things will become better, and safety will be improved for the humans. So in general, when you look at this IoT technology, what we have is gathering of the data. So this data is gathered from the sensors. And as we just saw in this particular slide here, that the training happens on the cloud, but there are many times, the implementation, though the training is happening in the cloud, when you say training, it means, the model or the AI model, which is the artificial intelligence, the heart of artificial intelligence, is becoming an expert on what it is supposed to do. That is what is known as training. And once it is trained, this model can be moved closer to the locations where the data is collected, and inferences can be done. So this is how technology is moving. So just as we examples of crime, there are many examples that you will see going forward that would protect human life and also make things better for humans in the long run. Yes. So here, what we see is how do you build a model? You collect data from sensors, you train them on the cloud, you compress models, and then you move them for model inference. So this is how it works. And here again, there are companies that are building models that can be run on CCTV cameras, models that will tell where there is a possibility of accident, and also try and reduce the rescue time taken for these accidents. So technology has been a great enabler. It is only will be limited by our creativity, and we will have to just keep thinking, where we can apply. So the amount of implementations of this technology will be tremendous. So going forward, we will be seeing devices which are intelligent. For example, you could have small boats or life-saving life-saving devices. Like for example, on the ships, you have the life boats, or you have the life jackets, or various devices which are there on the ships and boats that help you to prevent a person from drowning. You could make these devices intelligent so that it becomes easy for these devices to go and rescue a person who is drowning. So that is an example. We could also be implementing these devices at homes where we have senior citizens. Many of the senior citizens live alone. So if there is some outward incident that happens in the house, or if there is no movement in the house for more than 24 hours, immediately the CCTV camera can detect that there is no movement, and they can send an alert to the neighbors. There are technologies that, for example, I'll be showing, if time permits, I'll be showing a case on how insurance companies are using these IoT devices to basically reward people with good habits. So especially people who have good driving habits, who are driving within speed limits, they will be paying a lesser premium, and then those who are having very bad driving habits, who are continuously overspeeding and driving rashly, they will end up paying higher insurance premiums. So in this way, these technologies will also be helping promote positive behavior. So I'll just pause here. Any one of you has a question, you can ask me.
Very good session, and very nice, use cases. And you're explaining very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Srini. So here we see that the different technologies that are being enabled. So we have deep learning models, inferences, AI models that are there, and how these are going to be implemented. So going forward, you will see that these technologies will become very, very relevant in our life. Every business or even the education, right from the beginning, children will be taught on how to utilize data, how to implement it in their own life. So this is something which is going to be here, and we will be living with it. So there is always a fear of, will technology take over humans? Will it reduce the amount of workforce? Will it is going to impact people's lives? So these fears are no doubt very genuine, because it is definitely going to reduce a lot of repetitive work, and there could be disruptions that happen. And just imagine if there are like, for example, if you look at the trucking industry, in the trucking industry, they are promoting self-driving cars. They are promoting self-driving trucks. So there are many trucks in the world today which are driven on their own, and they are transporting passengers from one place to another. They are transporting products from one place to another. So it will disrupt the workforce, and after a certain age, it is very difficult for somebody to get reskilled. And if those opportunities are not there in their area of vicinity, then that would be a very difficult situation for these families. And we have already seen these things happen to the COVID. So along with the technology part, along with artificial intelligence, we'll have to look at the ethical impact of this technology. How can we minimize the impact of these technologies on the society? And I'm so glad that we have companies like Cogent and Let's Talk It, doing work in this area for social good, talking to youths, because it is very important for us to tell the citizens and the societies that these are the technologies which are coming into the market, and in these ways the livelihood would get disrupted. So giving an advance information to the citizens would help them minimize the impact, and also minimize the surprise that they are going to get once these technologies become very prevalent. So governments, especially technology companies, will have to think of ways in which how we can reskill the Gen X, Gen Z generations, the older generations who may get obsolete, and their livelihoods are going to get impacted. And at the same time, we should empower the younger generation with more mathematical and science skills, so that they can come up with skills and services that can serve the society better. So here, I'm just showing a slide that talks about protocols. So what you can see here is a messaging protocol, MQTT, and HTTP. Many of you are familiar with HTTP, which is the hypertext transfer protocol, which is used on the internet. So when you look at the browser, you always type HTTP www.letstalkit.com. So that is the HTTP protocol. This protocol is how the data is moving between the wires from one point to another. In the same way, we have the MQTT protocol, which is used by the IoT devices. So these are basically messaging, queuing, telemetry, transport. So from the name itself, you get to know that it is a queuing system. So whenever data is generated, you want to queue it, in the sense that when in all places you don't get the networks may be down. So whenever the network is up, you want this data to start moving. So you just need to remember two protocols. One is the MQTT protocol and the HTTP protocol, and this is how the data is moved between the IoT devices, and some of the IoT devices use the HTTP protocol. A little bit of technology, but at a high level, you can see here, there is nothing to bother. here, but this is just the kind of technologies that are being used to implement IoT and what software languages are being used. So you will see here C and C++ are the popular languages for IoT devices. Java, these are for mobile and mobile and for computers. So there are ARM chips, Linux chips, and these are the different devices which people are using. So I would encourage, parents and youngsters and even the senior people like us to look at these technologies as toys. When you look at them as toys and when you're trying to have fun with them, it is far more easy for us to adapt to these technologies and to make things and innovate and make things better. The moment we start looking it as a threat, then it becomes difficult. We would rather say, let us look at these technologies like something like social media. We are not afraid of WhatsApp. Are we afraid of WhatsApp? Nobody taught us how to use WhatsApp. It just came to us naturally. It was so inherent. It is something, the user interface is made in such a way you really don't have to think, and it has become addictive. Think of it. WhatsApp, LinkedIn, the internet has become addictive. These are technology. In the same way, just imagine if these technologies become addictive to us, the difference that it is going to make to our lives and society. I don't say that we just have to live with society. There are many other pleasures in life, but this is the reality which is there, which we are living. We do need people from all skills, but this is something that we all can adapt. So we have reached the end of this talk. It is we have 1 minute more, so
All right, thank you so much for that very full of information discussion. So like it's really like it's all around, like people know it, and then just going deeper on how it works, it's really great. Thank you so much, Arun Kumar, for giving us that privilege of having the information. Anyone would like to ask or share their insights, feel free to raise your hand or open your mic or send it through chat.
Okay. I think I request Arun, to really stay back in the Zoom meeting after the live. We want to discuss on a topic. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that would be perfect. All right. So again, you can contact Arun Kumar through LinkedIn. So that's still utilizing the internet that you have. So feel free to get in touch with him offline if you wish to collaborate or have some few discussions with him. All right. So being that said, we have such great topics for today. And thank you all for being with us today, joining the session, and also for those who are watching live through YouTube and Facebook. And I hope you have, well, this is really a very great topic to learn from, even if you are starting or already in the verge of growing your business or in regards to like branding as well. So internet is really useful in those areas. So, and also we will also like to inform you that we have our youth webinars as well. So they happen every other Saturday. So that would be at 8. Let me check topic. Okay. So we do not have the topic yet, but the webinar for the youth, let us talk it. It happens every other Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there is a preparation sessions which you can join that happens every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can register at our website. That's letustalkit.com/youth. And we also have a younger youth group webinar, which we have preparation sessions Tuesday and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So hope you can support our youth webinars to encourage the young ones to start a good pattern. All right. So I haven't seen any questions so far. So I guess we can call it a day. And again, we are very pleased to have both our speakers. Victoria has to leave for some urgent matters, but thank you. And also Arun Kumar, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and being with us today. And for everyone who have joined, thank you so much for the energy and the time you have spared. And see you again the same day, the same time, every Wednesday next week to join us with new topics with our Let Us Talk It ZIPINAR. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, and stay safe. You have a great day.
Thank you. Great day. Bye.
Yeah. So Arunji, you can stay back.
Yes.